guys, so I have to try not to be too quiet and I have to try not to be too loud. For those of you who don't know, I do tarot in secret, and well, my circumstances have changed even more, which I'll get into later. Anyways, so let's get started with your September 2020 reading. Okay, so do keep in mind that this is a general reading, okay? So it's not going to resonate 100% with everybody. So take what does resonate, leave what doesn't, and switch rules around if they need to be switched around, okay? And do keep in mind that even though this is for the month of September, you can receive messages months in advance, okay? So do keep that in mind as well. That's why sometimes you hear repetitive readings, okay? I know what that's like, you know, the waiting, you know what I mean? But anyways, what else was I gonna say? There's something else. Oh, yes. So also, if this video doesn't resonate with you that much, there's a link down below to check your chart. We do have more than one energy, or more than one zodiac sign in our chart, okay? The sun sign is the sign that we identify with. You know, like when somebody asks, oh, what's your sign? Okay, because sometimes we have other signs that are strong in our chart. Okay, so do keep that in mind. Alright. So, spirit guides and spirit guides. What insight do you have for Sagittarius for the month of September 2020? What's going on for Sagittarius for the month of September 2020? 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay. So it does look like, okay, so some of you may be very well dealing with a third party situation, okay, or there's something that involves two choices and you're kind of, regardless of your specific situation, you're stuck in the middle of something and having a, you know, choice to make, okay? Some of you guys could be, putting it off, you know, like, some of you, how do I say that? With some of you, yeah, you may be being indecisive, but for those of you, I feel like you know, what you want, but for whatever reason, you're not choosing it. You know, it's kind of like, you know, we're like that all throughout life with everything. There's something that we want, there's something that we desire, but we add that but, you know what I mean? It's like, I really want that, you know, ice cream cone, but I really want to buy that car, but I really want to go to this school, but you know what I mean? Those are just small examples, okay? So let's see what's going on with the 3 of Hearts. Wow. Okay, so yeah, so I feel like this is something conflicting, okay? Very conflicting, like I said. Alright, so that aside, so now let's get into the actual spread. The spirit guides, what insight do you have for Sagittarius for the month of September 2020? What's going on with Sagittarius for the month of September 2020? And again, I apologize if I'm too quiet. 3, 2, 1. Yeah. So in the videos I did yesterday, I guess I didn't really explain why I have to be more quiet. So like I said, I do tarot in secret, and you know, my difficult circumstances, but the reason why it's more complicated now is because we just got a security system put in, so it's not just outside, it's also inside. So that's why. But it's not like heavily inside, you know what I mean? So, you know, my house isn't that big, so sound can travel, so like I have to be like extra careful. But anyways, let's get started. Okay, so I'm gonna start with learning and education, but before I start, I want to explain what that means. It doesn't necessarily mean, or I mean, it's not just for those who are going off to school, okay? This is for those who, you know, I mean, yeah, it might be specifically for those people sometimes, but it can also be for those of you who are needing to learn a lesson this month, or if there is a lesson that you will be learning, okay? You know what I mean? So it's not just like education. It could be, you know, clarity, wisdom, you know, something that is right in front of you but you're not seeing and that you need to see. Okay, that sort of energy, alright? So with that said, let's begin. So, bad judgment. Bad judgment, not using your judgment. You know, this could also be bad karma also, okay? So let's see. So how do I want to explain this? So I feel like some of you, it's like struggling to let something go, okay? You know, haven't been making the best choices. You know, there's sadness. So, I mean, upright, there is that sadness, but it's like a deep sadness of despair, you know, regret and loss. So I feel like, you know, here it's reversed. So, you know, for me, sometimes the reverse is just like the mild version of that, or healing from that, letting that go. But what I'm sensing is that it's still there, but it's there mildly, and, you know, doing things that, I don't want to say doing things that are not okay. You know, I feel like maybe some of you guys could be, you know, crossing the line you shouldn't cross, or acting out in a way that you shouldn't, you know, whatever the case may be. There definitely is some bad judgment here, or bad karma. You know, and I feel like some of you guys are aware of that, but you're not doing anything about it, okay? So do keep in mind this is a general reading, so like I said, not all these are going to resonate with everybody, okay? And down below there is a link to check your chart if you want to know all the signs that you have in your chart. You know what I mean? Like, you can identify as a Sagittarius, but like have heavy water in your chart, or heavy earth energy in your chart, you know what I mean? But anyway, so now we're gonna go on to your finances. I don't even know. How would I explain that? You know what? I'm just gonna pull a clarifier before I get into that. Oh my gosh. Okay. So, to me, so I feel like, you know, you're kind of trapped in your financial situation, or, you know, things aren't what you want them to be, but there's nothing you can do about it right now. For others of you, maybe you're making big purchases that you shouldn't be also. You know, whatever the case may be, it's like there's this unease when it comes to your financial stability, and you're kind of stuck where you're at. You know, I did notice in a couple of readings that when it comes to your finances, some of you guys, and I feel like this goes for everybody, so I'm just gonna say it. I feel like, you know, we get so used to living a certain lifestyle in a certain way, and especially if we're used to a certain income. But I feel like, you know, with the changes that are going on out in the world right now, like, I really feel like, you know, you're so used to doing things a certain way, and then this isn't going to apply for everybody because not everybody has gone through this. But anyways, for those of you who have, it's like you're so used to living a certain lifestyle or so used to being able, to have that financial freedom, but now you're kind of restricted, and now you have to be smarter when it comes to your finances. You know what I mean? It's kind of hard, especially when you don't want to just spend money on the things that you need. You want to get things that you want as well. But we are going through tough times right now, so you really have to be careful with your money, especially with the way that the world is going. I mean, I don't really know much about other countries. I know that other countries have been struggling a long time, but especially here in the U.S., the country, of freedom, the country that everybody wants to flee to, and now we're facing the reality, and not very many people realize it, and they're blind to it, and I'm not going to get into politics, but now the U.S. is facing that. We thought that would never happen here, but it is happening here. Trying to take away our freedoms, and I feel like that's why this election, and probably this election on, are the most important if we want to hold on to our freedoms. You know what I mean? But like I said, I won't get into politics. But anyways, so I just feel like when it comes to money right now, we just really need to be careful, especially since there's so many that are still out of work. Okay, and you could, even though those of you who are at work, all it takes is one positive COVID test, and then they'll shut down for 2 weeks. And then I don't really keep up with the stimulus check, but I know that a lot of people are still waiting for their stimulus check, and there's just so much chaos going on right now. And so anyways, I just really feel like for everybody, when you do get money, don't spend it, right now. Just spend it on the things that you need, like food, but don't go overboard. In your bills, and then put everything aside, because like I said, you don't know when you're gonna need it, and you don't know how long you're gonna have that work stability or that financial stability. You know what I mean? And we all still face emergencies too, so some of you might have an emergency that comes up, and you're gonna need that money. You know what I mean? So I just felt the need to say it, because I noticed that when it comes to money, there's just so much going on. Anyway, so let's see what's going on with work, because sometimes our work and our money are two different situations. You know what I mean? You can be doing bad at work, but at your job, but then you have side money opportunities, or you're excelling at work, but you're doing poorly, making poor finance choices. So anyways, so let's get on to work. So when it comes to work, there's this energy, this patient, strategic, taking your time energy. Okay, so this could be you or somebody who is around you. Okay, and with that, so it looks like there was or is a problem that needs to be solved. Okay, or an obstacle that you need to work around. Okay, but it does look like it will be easing up. If it doesn't get resolved, it definitely will be easing up. Okay, like I said, when it comes to cards like these, it's either there in a mild way, or it's there because it's ending or healing or getting turned around. Okay, so I know sometimes I say more than one thing and it's confusing, but like I said, it is a general reading. So I have to point out different things because it's even though you as a whole zodiac sign, you can be going through similar things, but everybody's situation has something unique. You know what I mean? Like this friend, it's so funny because we're both water signs, but I don't think she has my sun sign in her chart, but I have her sun sign in my chart. So even though there are some differences when it comes to our life, we're so in sync with each other, it's crazy. And anyways, okay, so I'm gonna go over relationships, starting with friendship. Okay, so fire energy. So this is forward movement, okay? But this could also be, messages and communication. I always found that weird because it's not a sword card or one of those communication cards, so it's just like, anyways, I don't know why I felt the need to say that. But with that, you have with this earth energy, somebody holding on to something tightly, okay, but I don't necessarily see that as a negative way. So we have somebody here holding on to something, okay? This is like possessive greed, or just not wanting to let something go, okay? But that does not always mean something negative. And then with that, there's this forward movement or incoming messages. So you take that how that resonates with you. Okay. I kind of almost want to say like I feel like if you're at odds with someone, because every relationship has its obstacles. Every relationship, you fight at one time or another, okay? But I feel like maybe somebody, because you do have conflict, like I said in the beginning, there's this conflict, so I feel like, some of you are holding, could be holding on to something that reminds you of your friend, okay, or vice versa, or it's holding on to something that you're having a hard time letting go of, meaning, like when somebody makes us mad. Not that everybody handles things differently, and this is kind of one thing that triggers me too, because everybody is different. Everybody has different weaknesses and everybody has different strengths. Everybody is different also on an emotional level, and there's usually a reason for that. So something may trigger one person, but the other person's like, I don't understand, that's no big deal. But then they make you feel like, this thing that's bothering you doesn't matter. You know what I mean? But it's just like me, for instance, too. I used to be that way. I used to be very sensitive, very insecure, and I didn't handle things very well when there's just so many examples, I don't know which one to choose, but you know what I mean? And, I had people make me feel like my feelings didn't matter, just because they didn't agree with my feelings. Maybe it was stupid to make a big deal about, but, where I was emotionally, where I was spiritually, where I was during that time, little things had a big effect on me. I'm not that way now. I've grown, I'm a lot stronger. I'm not that weak, immature, insecure little girl that I used to be. And I was that way even into adulthood. And it took me a long time to heal from that. So anyways, I'm just saying, like, if somebody in this friendship is holding on to something, there's probably a reason why they're holding on to it. You know what I mean? And the other person needs to understand and see from their perspective. You know what I mean? Like, when we're at odds with somebody, we need to, both people actually should do that. Look at it from both perspective. Otherwise, you're just gonna keep, bumping heads and not come to, you know what I mean? And even if you did reconcile, you will always have that, like, you know what I mean? So anyways, because like I said, everybody's different, and maybe it is stupid, but when you're in your feelings, when you're in your head, you don't see it as something stupid at that time. I mean, maybe once you heal and get past that phase, you look back and then you'll be like, yeah, it was kind of stupid, but at the time, it wasn't. You know what I mean? So I don't think people are wrong with their feelings, even if it's something small, like kind of like girls when they get on their periods, they're more more intense, more angry, more moody, more mood swings and stuff. You know what I mean? But it's just because, we go through hormonal things just like you do when you're pregnant. But it's true even outside of that. Like, you just have these triggers, you just have these things that just you know. Anyways, and then like, let's move on. So let's move on to family. So I just want to point out with family. So family can be anything. It can be somebody who is non-blood related, who you consider family. This could be the family that you have at home, so like your spouse, your children. It could be within that, or it could be your other family, like aunts, uncles. Between you and your parent. Okay, so like that. Okay. Sometimes in some cases, it could be like your work family, because that is also your family, 'cause I know how some people, I don't know, I never experienced this, I don't know what it's like, how you have your at-home spouse, but you also have your work spouse. I've seen that on TV, like people joke, like, yeah, this is my work husband, or this is my work wife. Anyways, but yeah, like I have this bestie, and her and I always refer to her as my wifey, and some people just like, what? You have a wife? I was like, yep. But anyways, so within family, there's this air energy, okay? So this is indecisive, like very indecisive. You might be having a choice to make, and you're just, I did say that up here too. Some of you guys do have a choice to make. Okay, you're kind of stuck in the middle, and I feel like, that's the case here too. So let's see what's going on with that. Oh my gosh. So, this tells me, so either there's no growth here, or it's like you have, okay. So, I feel like the same thing applies here as what I was saying here. It's like when you get in your feelings about something, okay, and especially when it comes to decision making, it's like when it comes to what you want, okay, versus what other people want for you, and it's like if you go for what you want, you're gonna let somebody down, or you're not gonna get that recognition or be appreciated, you know what I mean? So this is what I had this trouble, because I was one of those people who was a people pleaser, and now people sometimes call me selfish, and this is a hard pill to swallow. Your life is your life, and your life to live. Okay, everybody who is in your life, okay, this is what I'm going to tell you, and I wish that I had somebody telling me this. Oh, fuck, that scared the shit out of me. Oh my gosh, no. Fuck. Hell no. Hell no. I fucking hate moths. Excuse my language. Why? Oh my gosh. I cannot right now. You saw that? Oh my gosh. Ooh, I cannot. Anyways, we'll pretend that did not just happen. You guys are probably laughing at me right now. Oh my gosh. Anyway. But it's true though. You'll go through life, you're always gonna let somebody down. You're always gonna piss somebody off, and you just have to realize that your life is your life, and you need to live it the way that you're gonna choose to live it. Like me, I would rather be completely alone than have people in my life bringing me down, judging everything that I do, just bringing drama. I'm the type of person who doesn't like that. Like, I'm not for that love-hate relationship. I'm just like, but then again, my upbringing, I grew up in a dysfunctional family and with drama all the time, and now that I'm an adult, now that I'm old enough, it's like I'm done. I cannot, like, I would rather have nothing to do with people than have their negative energy in my life. That's just how I am now. But not everybody's like that, and that's okay. That's your personal choice. But the point is that you can't live your life for others. I mean, unless you're one of those people who what are they called? Like, damn, but you know what I mean? So, I mean, if it makes you happy to help others, then yes, go for it. But when it comes to, like, actually living your life and making those life choices, you need to make those for yourself. Otherwise, you're not going to be happy. You're going to be miserable and resentful towards other people, and then you're probably going to end up losing them anyways. You know what I mean? But not always the case. Sometimes, we just swallow, our wants and whatnot. But anyways, let's see where things are in romance. Oh my gosh, I cannot with this. Okay. So there is a change or an ending. There is a big moment, but somebody, either you or the person that you're going to be connecting with or are connecting with, is not going to be accepting this. And, okay, let's see what's going on with this. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I'm hearing more than one thing with this. Sorry, I am still triggered with the moth. Ooh. Hell no, especially when they're that big. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna look that up, what that means after this reading. So anyways, I'm hearing more than one thing with this. Okay, so I feel like okay, so what I'm seeing, this is just one thing that I'm seeing. So regardless, a lot of you, a relationship is needing to end. The universe is, screaming at you, let this end, let this change take place. But a lot of you are going to be resisting it and not accepting it. But you need to. If you want growth, if you want healing, if you want better, then you need to accept it. And that's a hard pill to swallow. Because nowadays, and it's only gotten worse, and it's only going to get worse. It's like dysfunctional relationships and toxicity is becoming normal. And that is not okay, because love is an amazing thing once you find it. I remember when I was younger, I had chances at love, but I was not in the right mindset. I was not in the right place spiritually. I was not in a good place at all, actually. And so those who really did love me and appreciate me, I let them go. Or I made some terrible decisions, and because I wasn't in my right mind, I wasn't good emotionally, I wasn't good psychologically, I was just, in a very bad, dark place for a very long time. So, but, they didn't really stick around either. So, it's they obviously weren't meant to be anyways, as great as they were. I was too much at that time. But anyways, I just mean, sometimes we pass up somebody, very wonderful. And sometimes we get stuck in these toxic relationships. I got stuck in a lot of toxic relationships. Hence to me doing tarot in secret now, because I'm still paying for that decision. And I was hoping to actually have a real, job with a steady income this year. This year was supposed to be my year, but that didn't work out. When I got into tarot, it was supposed to be more of a side thing, something to get me by, but I haven't really started making money off of tarot yet. You know what I mean? But I see that I'm growing, and I see that I'm still growing, and that's what really keeps me going, is seeing that growth there, and and I know I'm going to continue to grow, and I just need to be patient. So right now I'm really dependent on tarot, but I do see that I'm taking off, so I do like that. It's very encouraging. So speaking of, if you haven't already, like and subscribe, okay? But anyways, so toxicity is such a norm, and that's so sad. That's so heartbreaking, because we all deserve that special love. Hollywood, the government, the world just pushes all this stuff onto us, think about it. If we were on social media as much as we are today, and if we were in front of the TV as much as we are today, if we didn't watch so much films and stuff, I feel like we would be, if we weren't all on our phones, we would be less brainwashed. I feel like, you know what I mean? And it's just so much is pushed onto us. And at first it's just what is this? But then it becomes normal because we get used to it. And that's how it becomes normal, because we get used to it, and that's not okay. And anyways, so I just feel like it makes me sad, doing readings and seeing all this toxicity, and, yes, I understand having that deep connection, or, at least on your side, when you feel deeply connected to somebody, and you hope they feel the same about you, but then they treat you like dirt. But then, I'm just going to say this because, people always say, yeah, well, the good outweighs the bad, but that's not always the case. One or two good things doesn't outweigh all the bad things. And sometimes something can be toxic and you don't see it as toxic. So when I talk about toxic and negative behavior, it doesn't have to be something extreme, and sometimes people are oblivious to it, because like I said, it's just such a norm, but it's not normal. We're used to it now, but it's not normal. We see it as normal because it's called the new norm. I hate that phrase, the new norm. First of all, no. So I feel like for others of you though, I feel like if you accept this change and you go forward in your journey in life, I feel like there's something new for you. Okay, somebody new, something new and exciting waiting for you. For others of you, I feel like there's this non-committal energy. Even though this isn't reversed, like I feel like you're scared to take things to the next level. So like I'm saying, for some of you guys, this is an ending of relationship. For others of you, this could be, kind of wanting to stay in that dating phase and kind of scared to, go onto that commitment, whether that's moving in together. Maybe you're just dating and they want to make it an official boyfriend, girlfriend, or, maybe you're having fun where you're at and you don't want to live together, or maybe you're not ready for children, maybe you're not ready for marriage, whatever the case may be. I just feel like you're not ready to take that step. So, like I said, there's like 3 different things at least with that. So take whichever one resonates to you the most, okay? Wow, this video went super long. Okay, so anyways, sorry, just like do my hair. Ugh. I don't know what's with this video, like what is going on. I'm gonna look it up right now actually while you're on here. Oh my gosh. Okay, so and of course I'm not gonna freaking find it. Dude. Let me see. Click on this one. So, although moths have symbolism that is similar to that of butterflies, there are several distinctive differences because moths are nocturnal animals. They represent several elements that directly contradict those of, I don't even know how to pronounce that word, butterflies, wisdom of the other world, knowledge, clairvoyance, and secrets. Nocturnal creatures have nighttime inclinations and tendencies that have specific spiritual and philosophical meanings themselves because they conduct their life sustaining activities and practices in complete darkness. They are highly reliant on sensory perception and are vulnerable. They navigate the night by using their awareness and inner knowing. So for humans, the moth animal totem, even though this isn't a totem situation, let me go down. Okay, so the moth symbolizes determination, attraction, psychic abilities, and faith. Although moths are nocturnal, they are driven toward light for some unknown reason. So I'm not going to read all of these. So it has to do with like blind faith, looks like in spiritualism. That's crazy. I'll have to rewatch this video later for when it came out. It came out somewhere right here, I think. Oh my gosh. Okay. So, anyways, yeah, so blind faith. I feel like for you guys, I feel like maybe for some of you guys, because it did talk about like the spiritual part of things, the psychic part of things. So maybe, there's a warning somewhere in here, something you have to really pay attention to. And I feel like you'll know what that is. And for others of you, because like I'm saying, like there is a lot of negative energy here, conflicts, problems, obstacles. For some of you, I feel like maybe, you're needing to have that blind faith, like things will be okay. I was talking to somebody the other day, so for those of you who are spiritual and religious, this is my own personal opinion, because, not everybody is the same. Like, I'm not even gonna get into that. I should just make a freaking video or a channel, talking about the spiritualness of things. Because sometimes I do, like, I'll ramble. Dude, this video is so long. I'm not going to right now. Never mind. Anyway, so your weaknesses. So like I'm saying, not letting something end. There is a toxic relationship in your guys' life. Okay, whether it's in friendship, family, or romance. Sometimes these can all be the same. Like the person you're romantically involved with can be your best friend and your family. So, whatever the case may be, you need to let this end, whatever this is. Yeah. So you're wanting it to succeed, but it's not succeeding. You know what I mean? Oh my gosh. Let's see what your strength is. Oh my gosh. Okay. So, there you have this business, like, successful in your business. This could be fatherly energy, parental energy, because, we all have feminine and masculine energy in all of us. It's just in certain situations, in some cases, either it's our feminine energy that is stronger or our masculine energy is stronger. So you have this strong masculine, business, get things done, focused energy. Then over here you kind of have, I feel like you know how to pick your battles. Okay. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I'm so sorry this went like super long. I don't know, I feel like maybe too long. I do ramble sometimes though. I'm sorry. Anyways, so please like and subscribe if you haven't already. There's a link below to check your chart if you want to know what other zodiac signs are in your chart. You can also use it to check somebody else's chart as long as you know their birthday and birthplace. Okay, what else? So if you would like to support me as a tarot reader, or even this channel, there's a link to do that as well. So I really want to get some oracle cards. I have to be careful about it though, but I'm gonna go for it. Anyways, so there's that. What else? And I think that's it. So like, subscribe, donate, check your chart. I am doing free readings right now, so if you want a free reading, my information is down below. Okay, so I will see you guys next time. And oh my gosh, I can't believe this video went so long. So take care guys, and I'll see you next time. Alright, bye.